Good morning, my dear students, and welcome to a new academic year. Hope you all are good. I am Maclean Amis, and this year also I am going to teach you EVS 2 subject, that is history, civics, and geography. Okay, students. Now today onwards we are going to start our history. Today we are going to start history first chapter, that is sources of history. So from today onwards we will start our history part, and first chapter, that is sources of history. Students, in previous year in 6th standard what we had learned, हमने क्या लर्न किया? We learn about Harappan civilization or ancient India. We also learn about the history. What do you mean by history? More about history. So, in this year, means in 7th standard, we are going to learn about the medieval period of Indian history. Medieval period, what do you mean by medieval? Medieval means what? Medieval means middle age period. So this year in 7th standard we are going to learn about medieval history, means middle age period of history, which is from 9th century till 18th century. This period, 9th century till 18th century, this period is considered to be the medieval period of Indian history. And in this lesson we are going to study about this, the sources, different sources of this medieval history. Students, in previous year, means in 6th standard, we learn about what is history. History मतलब क्या? History मतलब means what? That we learn in a previous. History means what? Yes, history is a coherent account of significant past events in the process of human culture. Means history is related to past that we learn. So, in this chapter, what they tell us, that history gives us chronological. Chronological means what? Sequential, sequence wise, step by step. History gives us a chronological, scientific, and a systematic account of past events. Understood, students? History is related to past. हिस्ट्री मीन्स व्हाट? पास्ट, जो हो गया वो, उसके बारे में पढ़ाई करना. सो हिस्ट्री गिव्स अस chronological, sequential, scientific, and systematic account of past events. Again I'll tell you that in the 6th standard, did you remember that we learn about the four pillars? Which are these four pillars? Anyone? Yes, four factors, that is place, टाइम, इंडिविजुअल एंड सोसाइटी. हमने इस 4 पिलर के बारे में 6th स्टैंडर्ड में पढ़ा था. These four factors, which are very very important from the viewpoint of history. History के regarding, these are the very important factors, very important pillars of the history. Which are these four factors? Which are these four pillars? Time, individual, society, and place. Based on these four pillars, history is depend on these four pillars, four factors. Without these factors, without these pillars, history is impossible. We cannot read history, we cannot write history without these four factors, these pillars. Means history must be based on this authentic evidence or proofs. History किस पे based है, किस पे depend है? On proofs, सबूत पे, evidence. And these proofs उसी सबूत, उसी प्रूफ्स को क्या बोलते हैं? दिस प्रूफ्स आर नोन एज sources of history. All of you understood, students? Till here what we learn? We learn that what is history? History is a chronological, scientific, systematic account of past events. History is related to past. There are four factors which are very important in history. Which are these four factors? Time, place, society, and individuals. History is depend on these four pillars. History must be based on authentic proofs and evidence, and these proofs and this evidence are known as sources of history. All of you understood, students? Now next what we have to learn, that there are three types of sources of history. How many types of sources of history? Three types of sources of history. First one, so let us classify these sources. Okay, so first one is material sources. Second is written sources. Third one is oral sources. Here question will ask, one sentence question will ask, which are the sources, three types of sources of history? So what is the answer? Material sources, written sources, and oral sources. These are the three types of sources of history. Understood, students? Now let us understand one by one. Okay? Let us classify, evaluate these sources of history one by one. First one is material sources. First one is material sources. So students, material sources means what? Material. The word material. What we understand? The word material. Material sources. Material sources are the sources which are something in the forms which are something that inform us about history at the most basic level. Understood? Material sources that are something which inform us about history at most basic level, and these sources which are used as a proofs, as a evidence in order to study, in order to learn history. That is material sources. All of you understood what is material sources? The sources that are something which are inform us about the history at most basic level and used as a proofs and evidence. These that is known as material sources. It is very necessary to support our study with historical sources. These sources have to be verified. We have to check whether these sources are authentic, whether these sources are real or not. So it is very necessary to use these sources as a judicially and only after a critical analysis. Understood the meaning of these material sources? Again I will repeat. The sources that are something which inform us about history at most basic level and used as a proofs and evidence to understand, to study the history. That is material sources. Now let us understand there are various examples of material sources. Let us understand the examples of material sources. First is a fort. Fort is an important, having a very important place among the material sources. Fort is one of the examples. Different types of forts have the example of material sources like hill forts, forest forts, sea forts. The different types of forts have a example of material sources. Second one is monuments. Monuments also example of material sources. Monuments means include samadhis, virgalas, buildings like mansions means Rani Vasa, then ministerial mansion, houses of a common people. These include in a buildings, and buildings are the example of good example of material sources. Understood? Second one is coins. Coins are also the example of material sources. Different types of coins, like different rulers using different metals like gold, silver, copper. Different types of different metals coins are also the example of material sources. And from these coins, we learn about the rulers. With the help of these coins, we learn about the rulers, their period, their governance, religious ideas, and their personal details. So, we also have a scene how to meticulously and advance in that period. How this period was advanced. In that period, from the images of Ram Sita on the coins, on the coins, the images of Ram Sita was inscribed. Then, and the inscription is the carving on a stone or a wall. Inscription which are on all wall and coins, different coins or a stone. The inscription is carving. For example, see the example of Brihdeshwara temple. You can see this. You can see the image. This inscription found in the Brihdeshwara temple premises in Tanjavur. Many inscriptions of the period Chalunka, Rashtrakuta, Chola and Yadav kings have also been found. So the inscription is also another example of material sources. Then copper plates. It helps us to understand features like language, script, social life of period, inscription which are carved on sheets. शीट के ऊपर जो इंस्क्रिप्शन केव करके रखा था उसको क्या बोलते हैं? कॉपर प्लेट्स. यू कैन सी द इमेज. रॉयल एडिक्ट्स, वर्डिक्ट्स आर एक्सेट्रा आर इंस्क्राइब्ड ऑन अ कॉपर plates. See, here we understood different types of different examples of material sources. First, we understand the forts. Different types of forts: sea forts, hill forts, forest forts. Then building is another example of material sources. Then queen quarters, ministerial mansions, palaces, houses of a common people. Then monuments like samadhis, virgalas. Then coins, different metals coins, gold, silver, copper coins are the example of material sources. And inscription which are carved on Brihdeshwara temple, Rashtrakuta and Yadav kings have also been found. These copper plates, these all are the example of material sources. Question will ask which are the example of material sources. So forts, buildings like ministerial mansions, palaces, queen quarters, coins, houses of a common people are the example of material sources. All of you understood, students, about material sources? Till here we learn about what is history. History gives us chronological, scientific, systematic account of past events. Then we learn about 4 factors, four pillars of the history, that are time, place, society, and individuals. Then we learn about three types of sources of history, that material sources, oral sources, and written sources. Then we learn about what is material sources. Then we learn the different examples of material sources: forts, buildings, coins, copper plates, inscriptions are the example of material sources. Now let's move further. Second one is written sources. You will understand the meaning written. So written sources are the sources that are available in any written form. Any written form, in any sources, like the writing skills like Devanagari, Arabic, Persian, Modi language are the different varieties of different languages, like Bhuja Patras, religious manuscript, biographies, paintings, etc. Means the sources which are in a written form, which are available in written form in different languages, like Devanagari, Arabic, Modi language, different languages. So these sources are known as written sources. So with the help of these written sources, we can gather information, we can collect information about the food items, attire, conventions, and rules of that conduct of that people of during that period, or about people's life during that period. And this type of sources, the sources which are in a written form, these sources are called written sources of a history. You can see this chart here. They give the different examples of written sources, like documents of proceedings in the courts of kings, correspondence dispatches, treatise, biographies are the example of written sources. During this medieval period, travelers from other countries came to India. They have written travelogues or accounts of their travels. During this medieval period, some of the travelers who came to India, and they mentioned, they written their traveling histories. And some of them, who are they? Some of them are Biruni, Ibn Battuta, Nicolas Manussi. These foreign travelers written their traveling history, travelogues, in the account of their travelers. Like Babur's biography, Sri Shiv Bharat, or a Sanskrit biography of a Shivaji Maharaj. These, which are composed by poet Paramananda, these all are the example of written sources, because these are in a written form. Then various other biographies are also there, which are different rulers. Their correspondence help us to understand, and the policies and administrative systems. Like, see, Tawarikh or a Tarikh means sequence of events. Here question will ask, what is Tawarikh or what is Tarikh? So what is the answer? Underline this sentence. Tawarikh or Tarikh means sequence of events. Tawarikh means what? Tawarikh, which is written by these foreign travelers, Ibn Biruni, Ziauddin Barani, Maulana Ahmad, Yahya bin Ahmad, Mirza Haidar, Bhimsen Saxena, etc. Who wrote this Tawarikh? Tawarikh means what? Sequence of events, which is written by Ibn Biruni, Ziauddin Barani, Maulana Ahmad, Haidar Bhimsen Saxena, etc. Till here all of you understood? Okay. Next is Bhakar. You all are aware about the word Bhakar. Bhakar is a type of chronicle and that is originated in Maharashtra. Chronicles in helps to understand the aspects like contemporary political happenings, linguistic transactions, their cultural life, people's cultural life, their social conditions, etc. Many of these chronicles which are written in a Marathi language. They are seen through here. Some of these chronicles in Mahikavanतीची भाकर, सभ्यसात भाकर, चिटणीसांची भाकर, भाऊसाहेबांची भाकर, etc. The works of these works which is written by Western historians like Robert M.C. Springer and Grant Duff are also very important. So students, all of you understood about these written sources. Again I'll repeat, written sources are the sources which are available in a written form in any languages, in a different languages like Devanagari, Arabic, Persian, Modi languages, etc. In that period, in the medieval period, the travelers who came to India and they record there, they mention their traveling history. They mention written travelers' accounts in their travels. Then we learn about what is Tariq or Tawarikh. Tariq or Tawarikh means sequence of events, which is written by Ibn Biruni, Ziauddin Barani, Maulana Ahmad, Mirza Haidar Bhimsen Saxena. All of you understood, students? Anyone have any doubt regarding these two types of sources? Today we learn the two types of sources of history. Material sources means the sources something that we inform us about history, which are based on very most basic level, which are used as a proofs and evidence. Then we learn various examples of material sources like forts, coins, copper plates, buildings. Then we learn about second sources, that is written sources, which are available in written form in different languages like Persian, Modi and Devanagari languages. Okay students? Okay. Third one will continue in our next lecture. Okay students, all of you understood? Good.